And great blocks by the O-line and Terrell Sutherland to help open up holes for Nick Hoagland, making a huge impact to start on his opening drive as Charleston gets another first down.
Hoagland has been very busy so far in this drive. They come out in a far near, look like a near formation here now. Switch up with the defense there. There's a motion. Peanut Say goes in motion with the receiver. Here's the snap. Handoff into the fullback. He goes nowhere. Picks up 1 yard. On the carry was Terrell Sutherland.
Great tackle by Saheed Gorin. Good job by the D-line of BC to stand pat, not be fooled by the motion. They knew it was a running play, and it was able to stop them for a 1-yard gain.
Here is Lakeman underneath the center. 5-step drive. There's a rocket across the middle of the field. Picks up the first down.
And that is their star tight end, Brian Murphy. 56 receptions last season, 640 yards, 11.4 catch. He averages a first down catch, just like we just saw there. A very reliable target and another first down for the Predators.
Yeah, Lakeman is 2 for 2 so far on this drive. First completion coming off that shovel pass to Saran Storm. Lakeman again, 5-step drop right across the middle of the big tight end. Brian Murphy again down to the 19-yard line.
Hey, keep throwing it to your reliable target. Every time you're going to throw it to him, he's going to get you a first down. It looked like he was going to get destroyed, but Murphy didn't care. He was strong enough, able to make the catch, kind of Tony Gonzalez-like, or heck, let's go SFL, kind of Mike Daggs-like. And they're getting closer and closer there. It should be inside the red zone at this point.
Yes, they are. Right at the 18, 17, inside the 17-yard line, should we say. Hashtag throw it to the tight end, as Mike Daggs will call it. It's another 5-step drop here by Lakeman. Lakeman dances in the backfield. He loves throwing across the middle, and he got as a receiver, Davius Reed.
And you know John Lakeman must be excited after playing for Queen City and things not working out for him there. He's coming out firing for his new team, the Predators, throwing dot after dot after dot on this opening drive. And so far, the defense with Declan O'Rourke had a chance to potentially deflect that. They have no answer to the passing game in the middle.
Yeah. Down to the 4-yard line, 13-yard pickup on the play there. First and goal here for Charleston. Inside the 5. Draw play, handoff to Hoagland. He gets inside the end zone, crosses Hollywood Boulevard for the first time today as he gets up and celebrates.
Come on, that was too easy. A draw play up the gut. Nobody was there, and let's just be real. Hoagland didn't have to dive. He was just showing off. It's like, oh, I get to cross the end zone. I need to feel pain. That was too easy.
So he decides to jump on the ground for the pain that he needed.
He needs something.
Here is the kick, and the kick is up and good. And Brad Pritchett comes away with the extra point attempt. There's Hoagland waving, hi, Mom. That's one thing I love about this game. Get the players' interaction on the sideline. Can't beat that, T-Roy, at all.
Yeah, the presentation's gotten better. Definitely can tell the numbers of players now in comparison to the prior system. And it's going to get used to this. I think I love it so far.
There's a return by Sam Harrison with a knee inside the end zone. Offense for the DC Dragons. Sebastian Synergy is the quarterback. Kevin Say and Chuck Steller are your halfbacks. Cooper Allen is the lone fullback. Sam Harrison, wide receiver. Josh Gill, wide receiver. Mike Churchill, Ronnie Shanahan, all of those are wide receivers. Tight end, Lauren Prococo and James Walters, and they have one offensive lineman and Lucas Walters. Here's a handoff up the middle, and it's to Chuck Steller. Steller picks up 8 yards.
And in the preseason game, Chuck Steller had a wonderful game. I think he played against Arizona. Wearing my old number 34, he looks like he could be the bell cow. We also got Kevin Say. We'll see if Say gets on the field later on in this game. He should.
I don't think he's a bell cow when you got $3.1 million sitting in it on the sideline. At the 28-yard line is DC. 2nd and 2. Hand off it to Stellar again. Outside. Got Jack. And he breaks the tackle from Jack Brown. Look at Stellar. Crosses midfield, right at midfield. First and 10 at the 50-yard line. 22-yard gain there by Chuck Stellar. Not a bad backup running back, should we say?
Not a bad one at all. Last season, 121 yards rushing and 1 touchdown plus 82 yards receiving. He expected to get more responsibility here in the new era of SFL action.
2-yard gains. That was a 22-yard run there by Stellar. And there's Kevin Say in the backfield now. He comes into the ball game. Mr. 3.1. Handoff here. Oh, it's play action. I thought it was a handoff to Say. Talk about fooling the commentators.
Yeah, but the defense of Charleston wasn't fooled there. Good job with the pass disruption, preventing a big play from happening, which I believe the pass was intended to say.
This is a beautiful stadium. Dracarys Coliseum. I formation twins. 4-2. Look, 4-3 is the defense. Yep, it's a 4-3 defense. Man in motion. Man coverage here. As Mike Churchill goes in motion. Are they trying to run the clock out? What's going on? The bad synergy. 7-step drive down the field. He got a wide receiver. Josh Gill picks up the first down. Down to the 30, looks like 39-yard line.
And great job by the O-line giving Sebastian Synergy enough time, and Josh Gill ran that route right on time because Synergy was about to get hit. Great dot, and I'm weird. I'm surprised that these offensive stars are not wearing gloves. I'm a big fan of wearing gloves, and I don't see anybody on here. They're old school, not wearing gloves.
So am I. I love gloves as well. 16-yard pickup for Sebastian Synergy on that pass and catch. Ooh. Here's Stellar. Stellar picks up 3 yards.
Great stop by Thomas. Let's go over defensive stars for Charleston. Representing the D-line, Robert Cherry, John Lally, Anthony Robertson, Thomas Matthews. The linebackers are Khalil Thomas, Gino McFly, Jack Brown, and Mo Jontana. The secondary is represented by Corey Miller, Mark Martin, J.W. Harshorn, Sam Blattler, Matt Ryan, Guy Incognito, and John Stamago.
There's Stellar. Stellar had a wide open hole. He fumbles the ball, picked up by Matt Ryan, and Ryan is tackled and brought down at the 24. Oh my goodness. Stellar was probably off to the house, but he dropped the ball as he crosses the first down line.
He didn't keep his head on a swivel, and he got taken to the shadow realm for that. What a hit by John Stamago. He is not afraid of bringing the pain. And then Matt Ryan was Johnny on the spot there, recovering that fumble. In Charleston, they have the momentum clearly on their side right now with 3:59 left in the first quarter.
Ouch, man, that hurt it. Yikes, bro. I mean, Stellar took a shot. I hope he's okay.
He's in the shower room right now, Dema.
John Lakeman underneath the center, right across the middle, got his tight end for his third reception of the day.
Again, another pass up the middle and it's working for him. And you know the old adage, if it's not broken, don't fix it.
Absolutely. Charleston at the 29-yard line. 2nd and 6. Handoff here to Hogan, and Hogan's going to pick up 1 yard.
Now, a little bit surprised I haven't seen Storm out here on the field as much as we've seen Hoagland. But maybe the hot hand right now is number 40. He is the one who scored a touchdown earlier. Important third down for the Dragons here on defense.
3-yard pickup there for Hogan, should I say. Lakeman, pump fake. Lakeman under pressure. Passes incomplete, intended for Davius Reed. 4th and 3, and they got to punt it away. Couldn't get anything going off of the turnover there, and DC comes up probably really excited that the defense was able to hold Charleston from moving the ball.
And it's not like Lakeman didn't have time to throw the ball. He had plenty of time. He could have written a novel, but just was off on that pass, and they had to settle for a punt.
And not only that, T-Roy, he had opportunity to probably scramble and pick up the first down himself.
Mm-hmm.
And there's Sam Morrison. Morrison down at the 36-yard line. This is where DC would take over. As we saw in the previous drive, DC basically kept the ball, basically was pretty balanced. Ball on the ground in through the air. Stellar had basically the best running on that previous drive before the fumble, should we say.
Yeah, I'm wondering if that fumble is going to basically persuade them to use number 20, and he is out there right now, Mr. Kevin Say Sr.
Sebas Synergy underneath the center. Split backs. Pro formation here. There is a tight end on the field, Lauren Percoco. Watch out for Percoco because she's very dangerous. Handoff. Kevin Say up the middle on a little ISO. He's going to pick up 1 yard.
Now, the one thing about Kevin Say that DC's going to miss from Stellar is that Kevin Say is a little bit lighter in the weight department, so you won't be able to break tackles in a physical way, but he can do it in a similar way to BDG Hollywood.
Here is Say up the middle, crosses midfield, breaks another tackle. First down to the 49-yard line.
And we just saw a glimpse of that too. Last season, Kevin Say ran for 1,094 yards rushing, averaging 5.3 yards to carry, 11 touchdowns. He was also a threat out of the backfield with 565 yards receiving, with 2 receiving TDs, 13 TDs total. Demar.
Yeah, at the 48-yard line, 1st and 10 here for DC. Give it here to Say again. Say gets skinny there. And Say going to pick up 6 yards down to the 42.
And good job by Stellar opening up the hole. Still didn't see Cooper Allen out there on this possession, but Stellar gave Say the ability to cut it back inside and get more yardage on that carry.
Joker's formation here now. 2 tight ends to the left of Synergy. Hand off here to Kevin Say. Sweep outside, but he cuts it back inside. T-Roy, 3rd and inches. T-Roy, if he stays outside, he's probably still running the ball right now.
Exactly. I'm kind of confused there unless he sees something that we didn't. That should have been a carry outside, but it looks like we're about to have a power running game going on right now with Stellar and Allen.
Here's another handoff here to Stellar. Stellar is hitting the backfield, going to lose a yard there, 4th and 3. And I don't think DC is going to bring out the kicking team because this is going to be it's going to be over 50 yards if they do.
Yeah, they're in no man's land, and great job by Jack Brown and the rest of the defense of Charleston, making sure that they open up a can of hurt on Stellar, prevent him from getting that first down.
There's the snap. Here's the kick. The punt is in the air. Look at the hang time on this thing.
Right.
Man, 4 seconds?
I'm sorry, Demar. I would have waited fair catch for how long that kick was in the air.
Yeah, that thing was in the air for quite some time. Here's going to be Charleston's 3rd possession. They stole a possession, their last possession from DC for the fumble. Forced fumble, should we say. John Lakeman underneath the center, split backs. Looks like Sutherland and Storm in the backfield. 3 wide receiver set. Split spread, handoff here to Storm. Storm tackled right at the line of scrimmage. About 45. Chris Britton III.
And Chris Britton returns to DC after he was with Indy the prior season. 72 total tackles. 6 of them were tackles for loss and 3 interceptions for the Ramblers last season. He looks to make an impact with the Dragons this season.
2nd and 10 here at the 20-yard line. Motion is the fullback Sutherland. Lakeman underneath the center. 3-step drive. Got his tight end. This is 4th reception. I mean, is anyone going to cover Brian Murphy tonight?
No, and not only he got his 4th straight reception, it's another pass technically in the middle. No outside passes as of yet, But with a reliable target, why not throw it to him?
That's going to be the end of quarter. You're watching the Simulation Football League presented by APM Music live on the SFL network. SFL YouTube network, that is. I love this stadium. This is a gorgeous stadium, T-Roy. Probably one of my favorite venues that we've been to so far.
I love the video game references that's littered throughout the stadiums.
And off here to Hogan. Hoagland breaks 2 tackles, breaks another one. Still on his feet. Crosses midfield down to the 46.
And Hoagland is definitely the guy with the hot hand. The power running game has been working well for Charleston. We check out this replay. They have the entire O-line is star power. And then we got wide receivers doing a great job blocking down the field, and then Nick Hoagland bringing the pain. He just can't help but just keep feeding him the ball. Good start to his career here in Charleston.
Absolutely. 15-yard pickup on the last carry. 37 yards on the day for 6 yards. Averaging 6 yards a carry. Lakeman got his receiver. Davius Reed down to the 31.
And that's their first true outside pass with that out route by Reed. And if it's not, if it's not Murphy, it's Davius Reed coming up with the clutch catches as Charleston keeps moving down the field.
Yep, another 15-yard pickup. Not sure if you saw it, T-Roy, but on the line, right at the line of scrimmage, there was a little bump action there from the cornerback, but it looks like he was in cover 2 as Davius Reed just went right around him. Here's Hoagland again. Hoagland bounces off a tackler. Josh Vasquez unable to bring him down, and Hoagland picks up the first down.
And I'm wondering if Charleston's trying to have a Tampa Bay Buccaneers type running game with Hoagland being the Mike Allstott of the 2 running backs, and then Seren Storm being the Ward Dunn. We were talking about Ward Dunn in the pregame. I think they got this nice 1-2 punch, and right now Nick Hoagland is the hot hand.
I agree with you. That's exactly what it looks like here. Now here's Seren Storm. Let's see what Storm can do. Storm nowhere to go. He's not very he's not being very productive as this defensive front for DC just has the number for Seren Storm.
And if I were Charleston, I would start thinking about for Storm outside runs, even though that's what they're doing with Hoagland in this game. But I'll use that for Storm as well.
Here's Hoagland, and Hoagland picks up quite a bit of yards there. 3rd and 4, down to the 12-yard line, looks like.
Yeah, Hoagland has no problems bringing the pain, so he is more eager to run up the middle because he knows he's going to break that tackle, and he's about 40 yards away from his rushing total from last season, and this is only the first half, Damon.
There go twin set here. Lakeman, had him in the end zone, incomplete as he took a shot. Murphy, that is, right in the back. I couldn't get the number of the defenders to see what it was. Looks like it was from 28, Darryl Bullock.
Here's replay. It was like that that pass was a little bit off. Here, Murphy jumped too tall, or he just lost concentration because that football hit him right in the face mask. A missed opportunity, and Charleston will have to settle for a field goal attempt. I
take that back. It wasn't Bullock, but it was John DeSantis on the hit. Great defensive play there by DeSantis to knock that ball free and not allow Murphy to come away with that touchdown. Or that would have put Charleston up by 14 instead of 10. There's the kick. It is up, and it's good.
Momentum still on the Predators' side. We'll see what DC is going to do to respond, but right now, Charleston has all the answers, and this game could have been a lot worse than what it is right now if 2 of those possessions, including this one, ended up with 7 instead of 3 or nothing at all in the other possession.
Yep, here's the kick. Back to DC. With the return inside the 5 is Sam Harrison. Bounces it out of side. Open daylight. Got one man to beat. Crosses midfield. Down to the 30, the 20, He's going to cross Hollywood Boulevard. Sam Harrison with the first kick return touchdown of season 21 in the SFL.
And that was a great job with the blocking, and then Harrison had the wherewithal to bounce it outside, something that we may have not saw too much in the prior game. But let's give Harrison a huge shout out because that's his first touchdown in the majors, and he did it in a big way with a nice kick return.
Wow, that was an excellent kick return, T-Roy. But check this out, buddy. What about the defense of DC? They just got off the field on a long drive, 6-play drive, where Charleston basically ran it down the field on them. This defense got to be pretty tired, so I hope they got enough Gatorade and water, refreshed the body there, and they're about to come right back onto the field.
That's one of the disadvantages of just going through a long drive on defense, and then special teams responds in your favor by giving you points. You do have to get back out there. Hopefully the energy from that kick return will benefit them here. But we got another great one right here.
Oh, here's another one. It's Ricky Spider this time. Gets out to the 31, 32-yard line there for Charleston. I thought he was about to take it to the house as well, T-Roy.
Same here. Here's another rookie who's trying to one-up a Harrison. It's like, hey, anything you can do, I can do better. Did a good job trying to spin away from one tackle, but he decided to get a little bit more physical on that next tackle attempt and didn't work out for him. But Charleston has good field position on their own 34. They just got to respond.
Xavier Rowe on the tackle of the returner, Spider. Charleston at the 34-yard line. Ice spread here. 5-step drop is Lakeman. Lakeman right down the middle. Intercepted by DeSantis right at the 45. And DC gets a turnover of their own. Ball is in the hands of the DC Dragons now. And the cheerleaders are doing flips and going wild.
Everybody in the stadium, since the momentum now going back on the side of the team with the light blue and black colors, as DeSantis gets an interception on a very poorly thrown pass from Lakeman. Lakeman wants to clean up that interception act. Last season, he had 32 INTs with Queen City. Just got his first one. Hopefully, he'll be very few and far between for him and the Predators. But right now, DC is back on the field.
2 turnovers so far in this game, both by, each of one team. Fumble for DC and an interception for Lakeman and the Predators. 4-yard pickup to Lauren Pococo. You got to watch Pococo right across the middle of the field. She loves that area of the field, but you also got to watch her on a post route to the corner. She has made her name here in this league for the past few seasons with those routes.
Yeah, she shares the same tagline that I hear announcers give you. The doctor is in. She's known as the doctor here in DC, and she has made a huge impact ever since she joined the Dragons.
Well, if I'm not mistaken, here's a pitch to Kevin Say. We get to that here shortly. They're going to give him 3rd and inches, T-Roy. They're going to say he did not get the ball crosses the line to gain, but we may see a challenge here. And no, we don't see one at all. But back to Dr. Pococo. I think she has her PhD. T-Roy, me on the other hand, I don't have a PhD. My initials for my first and middle name are just DR, and that's where it comes from for me. Here's Kevin Say, knocks off 2 tackles up the sideline, the 20, he crosses. Tries to stiff arm. Is the big guy going to catch him? No. Kevin Say just crossed Hollywood Boulevard here in DC at Decarius Coliseum, and DC takes the lead on that pitch there. Handoff to Kevin Say, and wow, what a run.
Wasn't that like a 14 or 21 point swing if you count the kick return from Harrison? But great job by Kevin Say, breaking tackles as if he was a 230-pound running back, and then he had the speed to outrun everybody else. Nobody in Charleston that was chasing him had a chance to tackle him. What a great run, and momentum's clearly on the Dragon side right now.
Yeah, it absolutely is. That kick return really gave the defense a boost, and now the offense came away with a nice drive there. Kevin Say basically the entire drive with that long run. 14-10. DC was just down 10-0. And talk about a 14-point swing with the kick return and a turnover with the interception basically gives them the lead.
And now Charleston has to shake off that bad pass. Here, what a way to shake it off is with a potential great kick return. We'll see what Spider does here.
Here is Spider, and Spider goes down right at the 25-yard line. This is where we'll see Charleston take over.
As we take a look on this kick return, I'll continue my thoughts from earlier. Yeah, but we'll see how Charleston can just shake off the bad interception. They were doing a great job on offense up until the previous drive with the INT. Just shake it off, go down, and get 7 points and take the momentum back on your side.
Mm-hmm. 1st and 10 here at the 25, I spread formation. Lakeman, one step drop, and man, he got a guy right across the middle of the field, and that is Odobi coming away with his first reception tonight, T-Roy.
Man, what a way to help build confidence back in your quarterback by immediately having them throw on first down. A nice 8-yard gain to Adobe. Great way to start this drive.
No ticker at the bottom, presented by the SFL and our great commissioner and producer, Cameron Irvine. I just love the work that he does with his graphics. I mean, dude is just very artistic with these things.
Like we talked about before, you have to be computer savvy to run a great league like this. And so, yeah, the Cam has been nailing it since day one.
Absolutely. Here's Storm. Storm breaks 2 tackles, picks up 2 yards, picks up 3 yards, that is. 2nd and 7. It looks like they're at the, can't see what yard line that was.
Right, 2nd and 7. And one thing I like about Charleston's helmets, we're going to talk about their uniforms.
Mm-hmm.
They got 2 different logos, and one of them I'm assuming is going to be the state. And the other one is the actual Predator logo. It's pretty nice design there. I'm kind of feeling it.
Yeah, I noticed that as well. I was going to bring that up too. Oh, that one is almost intercepted by Saeed Gore. He gets up. No, nothing doing here. Take a look at the outside that window. You got dragons flying around, and then you also have the DC monument back there as well. That is awesome work there by the design team of this stadium. Here's Lakeman underneath the center as well. Again, scrambles to his left, throws it, and got Reed with that reception, picks up the first down. And Reed's tackle right at the 49-yard line.
And Peanut Say was trying his best to prevent the receiver from making the catch, but great job by Reed holding on to the ball in spite of the fact that his ribs got destroyed.
Did you see that bump and run action? I mean, Peanut Say was bumping him for the first 5 yards, and then once he noticed he got to that 5-yard line mark where he had to jump up off him, Reed basically just cut the slant right in the middle. There's another reception right across the middle of the field. This time it's to Benjamin Warner. He picks up the first down. Now Charleston Predators coming with a full head of steam. And the passing game this time.
And this is Benjamin Warner's first catch as a Predator officially. He was originally played in Portland. He had 48 receptions for just under 600 yards, averaging 12.4 yards per catch, 5 TDs. Now he got his first reception, and the drive stays alive for the Predators.
It was a 14-yard pickup on the last play.
Well, block.
Scrambled right. Oh, that pass is almost intercepted again. They're probably going to call a PI here. Pass interference on Peanut Say, the cornerback, the number 1 corner for this DC Dragons team.
Let's see if this was actually passing. Oh, no. I really disagree.
They're probably saying he shielded the receiver off. And you see, Peanut comes in front of the receiver, but he doesn't go for the ball, T-Roy. I'm not saying it's right, but that's my explanation of it.
Are we sure Ref 62 officially retired? He's just not
Gotta
wearing a
love
new
it.
number.
4-3 defense, man in motion. Going to be zone coverage here for DC. You would expect Peanut Say to come up and play some tight coverage there, but he stays back. There's a pass across the middle. Deflected away by Peanut Say. What a play. They call a flag again. Wow.
Say again. Oh, wow. And this is another one I don't like. They're not going to show replay, and probably for the ref's benefit that they didn't, because I think that was a bang play.
Yeah. 2
horrible calls, in my opinion. Yeah, we may have got rid of Ref 62. But hello, this ref.
Look at this matchup down here with Odobe and Peanut Say. Lakeman passes incomplete. Deflected by Declan O'Rourke.
And John Lakeman was a little bit aware to his right. He would have saw a wide open Nick Hoagland. That would have been an easy catch and run for 6. Instead, a missed opportunity. Here we go on 2nd and goal.
As you're right, 2nd and goal here at the 2-yard line. Inside the 3. Well, inside the 2, should we say. Lakeman calling the center. Calling the signal. Hand off here to Hoagland, and he jumps over Hollywood Boulevard himself. These halfbacks are having themselves a day, and that is his 2nd touchdown on the day, correct?
Yes, it is. 2nd touchdown, so he already has more rushing touchdowns in this game than he had last season. And good job by Sutherland, be the last line of defense with that block, and Hoagland couldn't help himself. It's like, what? There's nobody here. I'm just going to go ahead and dive in the end zone. That's my touchdown celebration.
I think Hoagland basically wanted to do an imitation of Reggie Bush when Reggie was at USC. Let me dive into the end zone, you know?
Look, Reggie Bush was able to do front flips, though.
He was doing front flips. If I was a coach, I would have been like, look, Reggie, we know you're athletic. Please stop it with the front flips, okay? You know, just...
Oh, I remember I was calling high school games in the local high school here in Cincinnati. Mm-hmm. This is where we're having the convention here. And the star running back, Corey Connor, he was known for hurling over defenders, which got him in trouble in high school. You can do that in college, but in high school, I guess you cannot hurdle defenders. I didn't know that.
Wow. Yeah, oh yeah, you're absolutely right. In high school, you cannot hurdle defenders at all. It's like that. Even in the state of Texas. Yeah. Oh, you know what? Also, at the line of scrimmage, let's say you goal line. You can't even jump over the goal line.
Really?
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Oh. Absolutely. Twin set here. They're going to give it to Stellar. Stellar right up the middle of the field. Stellar's going to pick up 7 yards on that carry.
You know, earlier in this quarter, we was talking about confidence boosters for the Charleston quarterback, Lakeman. There's your confidence booster for Stelly. A physical run, 7-yard gain. I think that was his first big run after that fumble he had in the first quarter.
Stellar right back at halfback along with the fullback. And they're going to give it to Stellar again. Stellar's going to pick up the first down and more out to the 36, 37-yard line.
And this is one of the things about this new era. You're going to see running backs continue to fight for more yards, not going down as easily as we have done in the past. And Stellar, he's bringing the pain. This is a nice 1-2 punch that DC has. We might see the lightning after we just saw the thunder a couple moments ago.
Yeah, Stellar's getting a bulk load here. I think, was it 5 or 7 carries? 54 yards on the day so far also. 9-yard pickup by Stellar on the last carry. Hand off here to Stellar again. Now he's at fullback. This dude is getting a bulk load of the work at fullback, at halfback. Go ahead, Stellar. Have yourself a game.
He's trying to fake, man, I hope I get a huge contract next season, unlike running backs in the No Fun League.
Pococo right across the middle of the field, incomplete. Pococo took a shot by Jack Brown, and she was trying to reel that catch in. Jack has
So,
been around for quite some time here in the SFL himself.
so now the refs say it's a bang bang play. If I was DC, I'd be kind of not happy not getting the flag for a PI.
Absolutely. 4 wide receivers set. Prococo on the line of scrimmage to the right of Sebastian Synergy. She's going to go in motion now. Churchill steps up on the line of scrimmage as Prococo comes off of the line. Synergy to his left. Pass is deflected away and incomplete. And on the deflection is 24 J.W. Hartshorn, drafted by Houston last season, has found himself a home here in Charleston.
Yeah, but not only he did a great job with the pass deflection, shout out to the defender that pressured Sebastian Synergy, because if it wasn't for that defender about to open up a can, Synergy probably would be able to complete that pass. Good defense by the Predators.
Here's the punter for DC. Kicks it off to the 25-yard line. Spider breaks a tackle up the middle of the field. Breaks another before being tackled and brought down by Stellar. Stellar is running the ball, making tackles. This kid is everywhere.
Yeah. He is everywhere. He wants to be on this team every year. He wants to make sure that the team say, hey, we don't want to let you go after this season. We want you to keep coming back because you keep making big plays after big plays. He just prevented a potential kick return for a touchdown with that tackle.
Absolutely. And what they always say, the best way to make the team is through special teams, right?
Yep, exactly. Hey, one name I'll bring to everybody's attention, Terrell Davis. The Broncos, Terrell Davis, not the SFL, Terrell Davis. He was also good.
Mm-hmm. Here's a handoff here to Hoagland, and Hoagland picks up maybe 3 yards there. 2nd and 7. Out to the 41-yard line.
And DeMont, I think that's what's going to take to stop power running backs. Not 2 people, but 3 defenders going to have to bring down a strong back like Hoagland.
Yeah, I mean, you got to love the gang tackles that we're seeing here tonight as well. Great team camaraderie. That's the 2-minute warning, people. You're watching the Simulation Football League presented by APM Music live on the SFL YouTube network. I mean, just a beautiful shot of this stadium. I just can't stop praising this stadium enough, man.
Yeah, Destro and the crew in DC did a great job with this stadium.
Lakeman calls Adobe to go in motion. For our formation. Oh, fake it to the fullback, give it to Storm, and Storm is going to be hit for a yard loss, or probably right at the line of scrimmage. Going to give a gainage there at the line of scrimmage. And forward progression, should we say.
One of the things about this new era, we're seeing a lot of motion. If you go back and watch all of our old games, motion wasn't even in the vocabulary of SFL. Now it is.
Absolutely. Here's Lakeman. Lakeman got his man. Davius Reed with another reception. Reed gets a first down for Charleston. He's slow to get up.
It seems like with Reed, every time he makes a catch, he keeps getting destroyed shortly after because they've been, covering him like a blanket. But Reed has been coming up clutch for his team, making those tough catches.
Yeah. 1st and 10 right at midfield. 9-yard gain on the previous play. 5-step drop here by Lakeman. Lakeman dumps it off. That pass is tipped it away. Couldn't see who got the paws on it. And it looked like it was O'Rourke.
Oh, wow. That's not good.
Oh, Davis Reed is hurt and injured. He's on the ground. He may be out for the game.
Hopefully it's just a stinger. We'll see. But, that is a big loss. He's been one of 2 receivers that's been very reliable in the first half. Besides Reed, it's been Murphy. We'll see who steps up for the Predators.
2nd and 10 here for Charleston. They have 4 starting, 4 user wide receivers on this team. So it looks like Adobe is going to step up. Ricky Spider's probably going to, Adobe's going to step up in Reed's position. There's down the field. Got his man Benjamin Warner, the #1 receiver on the team. $1.7 million signed on the offseason. Give me my paycheck, baby. I'll be at the front office door on Monday.
First receiving touchdown. Usually, if a wide receiver gets that open, your defender just lost track. He just lost track. Got caught looking in the backfield, allowing Warner just to go freely down the field. Vasquez couldn't come away with the interception, and Charleston just burnt the Dragons' defense with a play that I'm used to seeing from an NFL team that's in this same area in Maryland, the rollout pass.
And you're right. Josh Vasquez was there in coverage, but I'm not going to say he was in coverage. He was in the vicinity, basically, as you stated, T-Roy, got caught looking in the backfield, and Lakeman basically just put it right over his head to Warner, and Warner just tiptoed himself right into the end zone.
That was literally too easy in Charleston. All I had to do is just keep DC from scoring here. And it would be a great way to end this first half.
And I must say that I'm liking the game that we're calling here today, back and forth from both offense, and the defense is playing pretty well also with the takeaways that we've seen. There's one on the sideline celebrating, happy, excited about the previous play.
Look at Harrison. He's already over 100 yards. Of course, he had that great touchdown earlier, making a big impact from the rookie from Albuquerque, the Albuquerque Adams of the SFLM. He's doing it at special teams. Like you said, one way to make a team, play on special teams.
Yeah, you're absolutely right. Here's DC at their own 33-yard line. Right across the middle of the field, the pass is going to be caught by Prococo. 51 seconds left here. DC is going to call their first time out.
And it's good start in the drive. 5-yard reception by Prococo, but I think we're starting to see DC facing a little bit more pressure from the D-line than we are seeing in comparison with Charleston's D-line. Charleston's O-line, excuse me.
Empty formation. Synergy rolls left, throws down the field. That pass was intended for James Walters, and Walters is going to come up empty-handed as that pass was deflected and knocked away by Matt Ryan.
So let's talk about that O-line once again. So DC Dragons only has one star on the O-line. That is tackle Lucas Walters, while the Predators, their whole entire O-line are star players. That's going to make a huge difference as this game goes along in terms of who gets tired and who doesn't.
3rd and 5. At 37, handoff here to Kevin Say. Kevin Say picks up the first down. Expect DC to call another timeout.
But heck, give it to your free $1 million man. Let him convert the first down. Now they only got one timeout left. They got to be very efficient here if they want to come away in this possession with points before the half.
7 carries for 86 yards on the day for Kevin Say. T-Roy, if I was a $3 million man, I have a theme song everywhere I went. Step aside and let the man come through. At the 47-yard line, dumps it off to Say. Say's going to be hitting the backfield. Tackled and brought down, looks like at the 43.
And that's it. That was an all-out blitz, and that O-line for DC couldn't hold off the blitz from Charleston. Sebastian Sergi just had to get rid of that ball ASAP. Otherwise, that would have been even a worse loss than what they experienced.
They come out in the empty set again here. Prococo on the line of scrimmage. Churchill goes in motion to the left. Stops right in the slot spot off the line. 7 seconds left here on the play clock. Synergy rolls left again under pressure. The pass is almost intercepted by the defense of Charleston. J.W. Hartshawn with his second deflection tonight.
Oh, yeah, you're now seeing the effects of only having one star lineman on offense for the Dragons. The pressure's coming consistently every time they throw the ball.
Synergy rolls left again. Throws a shot downfield. Crosses midfield. 26 seconds. They got to go no huddle here. Now at Charleston's 38-yard line. 18-yard pickup on the catch and pitch. And
Oh,
nice spike there. Love to see the spike by Synergy there with 18 seconds on the clock. Allow the team to regroup, catch their breath as well.
now, in all due respect, I'm going to be very greedy. I would have kept that formation, see if they can complete one more pass. But at least they did save some time. It looks like they're in that formation anyway.
Yeah. Now at the 38. 16 seconds on the play clock. Synergy is going to roll right this time. Gets a block on Harshon. That pass is deflected away by John Stamango. Comes away with that deflection. The backup strong safety. Still 13 seconds left on the clock. I think they should have went to the sideline, T-Roy.
Mm-hmm. Or just kept that no huddle offense and just threw it to the guy who caught the ball in the previous play. But here we go, 3rd and 10.
Yeah, 13 seconds left. 3rd and 10, as you stated. 4-2 nickel defense. They're going to hand it off here to Kevin Satan. They're just going to go ahead and go into the locker room. I don't blame him for that.
A potential to have points just went away, but yeah, I don't even blame him. But I know probably would have loved a chance for a field goal attempt there.
Yeah. And that's going to end the first half, everybody. You're watching the Simulation Football League presented by APM Music. Look at the beautiful cheerleaders of the DC Dragons.
They kept that expression on their face the entire time. That seems kind of spooky to me.
Here's the snapshots of the half. There's a look at Warner. A big shot there, mine.
Yeah, we've seen that animation a lot. Hoagland diving in the end zone. I mean, DC's not bad. They didn't have a bad half, but the effects of only having one star lineman has definitely took their toll in the end of the second quarter.
I absolutely agree with your partner.
But we see the potential star of the game right now.
Yeah, 5.6 yards a carry, over 60 yards in the first half. Not a bad day at the office, but I'm also liking what I'm seeing out of Lakeman as well within this offense of Charleston. He's distributing the ball all over the field throughout his receiving group. Now, the question is, who's going to step up and replace Davis Reed? As we saw, Reed has been basically the go-to guy outside of the tight end, Brian Murphy, who has had an outstanding first half as well. On the other hand, for DC, I say keep giving the ball to Kevin Say.
I only say give it to Stellar as well. They've both been having great games, minus the fumble.
Yeah, you're right. Yeah, minus that fumble. And DC's going to start at the 26-yard line.
And we can really say that the tide turned when that fumble took place for Stellar, unfortunately for him. But what a way to potentially become the hero after become the GOAT in a negative way by making an impact on this half and help his team win, come back from behind from 10 points, which is not impossible to do.
No, it's not, because they were down 10 points in the first half, and they came back and took the lead in the middle of the first half. But Charleston basically put some good drives together, 2 good drives together with the touchdown run by Hoagland and then the passing reception touchdown to Benjamin Warner. Here is Synergy. Synergy got Prococo right across the middle of the field. Prococo is tackled and brought down at the 42.
Good start to the drive. I know Lauren probably would have preferred that pass to be a little bit higher, so she have to keep bending down and making these catches. Seems like every catch so far in this game has been aimed towards her knees there, but she's been capable enough to make those catches, and they get another first down.
Yeah, that was a 16-yard pitch and catch from Sebastian Synergy to Lauren Prococo. DC at their own 42-yard line now. Here's a handoff hit to Stellar from the fullback spot, and Stellar's going to go down right at the line of scrimmage. Took a nice shot there from Newman.
I know right now, Stellar's like, dang it, Newman. You know, a Seinfeld reference there. But if I was DC, if we're going to give it to Stellar, let him be the halfback when he gets the ball next time.
Here's Synergy to Prococo. For some reason, I don't know why I thought DC was on defense. When I saw Coco catch it, I thought it was an interception. That's why I went into that loud outburst there. But K. Thomas 6 tackles on the day. Wow. DC at their 43, 44-yard line. Synergy rolls right. Got a man right across the middle of the field. And it's Churchill. Churchill picks up the first down. Crosses midfield.
Now, this was an easy pitch and catch as Hartshorn just got caught looking at the quarterback instead of the receiver, allowing Churchill to make that catch. But I was kind of shocked that Charleston didn't send the blitz because every time they sent pressure, Synergy's pass has been going awry.
Yep, they has. Actually, DC is at the 47. Synergy calling the signal. Handoff hit to nice strong dive there to Kevin Say. The reason why I say that, they were in like a far formation, and he was right there, so close to the QB, and he got the ball and he just took off.
And he could have had more yardage if he would have bounced it out to his right. That's still a nice 9-yard gain. Any running back would take that, but the potential for more was there.
Yeah. DC at the 38-yard line, 9-yard pickup by Kevin Say on the previous play. The receiver, Josh Gill, comes motion in to the tight end spot there. Say bounces off a guy, picks up the first down. They're going to give him a yard to gain.
Now, Damon, is it worth a challenge? I'm not for sure he got, but is it worth a challenge, especially when they have the lead?
Yeah, I would say no, it's not worth the challenge. I agree with you. I don't think Kevin Say did pick up that first down. But who are we? We just two guys with a day job in the booth.
And it's nice, comfy AC booth.
Yeah. There's a motion by Stellar. Dump it off to Prococo, and she's been the #1 target on this drive so far for DC. She picks up 4 yards down to the 33-yard line.
I'm sensing it. Sooner or later, DC's going to burn Charleston with a pass down the field. They're trying to lull them to sleep with these passes in the middle, but they're going to burn them deep one of these times.
Yeah, they're going to catch him slipping. You're right about that. Here's Stellar.
There we go.
A nice block there on the outside by the wide receiver, Josh Gill, and he crosses the first down line as well. These two running backs for DC are really putting on the show here tonight.
And they did what I was talking about earlier in this drive. Well, when Stellar gets the ball, he must be the guy at the halfback position, not the fullback, because then he will get full steam ahead and be able to make a great run just like we saw there. Now, in this position, do not give him the ball because I think Charleston will be ready for him.
9-yard pickup in the previous play. Down to the 23-yard line. Here's a handoff here to Say. Say breaks a shoestring tackle there down to the 22-yard line. Give him 6 yards. They were at the 23.
But that defender is hating on himself because he had a chance to stop Say in the backfield, but he realized that's a $3 million man that's carrying the ball. He is too fast for you for those outside attempts.
Yeah. At the 17 is DC. Eye Jokers. Prococo on the line. Handoff hit to Stellar. Right up the middle. Stellar crosses the 10-yard line. Spin move. Stellar crosses Hollywood Boulevard. Get off me, son.
You may have heard me clap in the background. What a great punishing run. And it was more punishing because he spun off those tackles as if they were nothing. I remember, Damon, we talked about this in the past. What do you get with this matchup between a truck and a fly? What normally happens? The fly gets destroyed.
Absolutely. Especially if
that's
it's a
what we saw. Exactly. That's what we saw there on that run. Stellar was the Mack truck. That poor Charleston defender was the fly. He got destroyed.
24-20 is the score as it stands before the extra point attempt here by Party. Kick is up, and it is good. Love this camera view here of the kick. 10 plays. I missed the yardage, but it was 7 minutes off the clock. Is that what I saw? Is that correct?
Yes, this was the opening drive, and they melted off the clock. I think it was just under 5, however, since it's a 10-minute quarter
Yeah.
So great opening drive by DC.
Jake's data has the game as DC as the over 8.5 and the over under 54.5. We're almost there.
45 points as of this moment.
Yes, sir. Charleston Predators first possession here in the second half. One step drop here by Lakeman, and Lakeman finds a receiver, and it is 81 Benjamin Warner with that reception. Warner had a nice touchdown back in the first half in the second quarter, right over the fingertips and hands of Josh Vasquez. Let's look at Lakeman numbers. Looking pretty good. Those are great first half stats. Over 200 yards in the first half. Can't beat that, buddy.
No, you can't.
At the 29-yard line, handoff here to Hoagland. Hoagland gets skinny, picks up the first down to the 35-yard line of Charleston.
Well, that's a big man be able to get skinny. He knew that, hey, I can take any punishment that comes my way. But, hey, got the first down. Another great run by Hoagland, who's definitely been the bell cow for Charleston in this game.
And Lakeman looks pretty calm and collective. Handoff here to Hoagland again. Hoagland hurdles and jumps over a man, picks up 7 yards. Down to the 42.
And as a running back myself who unfortunately likes to jump prematurely too much, when you see a running back jump behind a line of scrimmage, that usually spells doom. But in this case, it didn't. It was a needed jump by Hoagland as he got those 7 yards.
So when you say too much prematurely, do you mean in reference to like a toddler when they first learn how to jump? They just don't. Here's Hoagland, and Hoagland's going to pick up 2 yards.
No, I'm talking about in reference to me back in season 12, my second season, in the game versus Las Vegas. So I decided, I'd like to go ahead and jump, and I got taken to the shower realm for the rest of the game thanks to Anthony Wow. I don't forget. I like to jump way too much in this league.
Joke is here. Hoagland in the backfield along with Sutherland. Hoagland gets the carry. Picks up the first down right at midfield is where he goes down. Picks up 6 yards.
Yeah, man, like I said, these running backs, they're going to be fighting for every yard this season. Another punishing run. Hoagland's going to take a breather and well-deserved. We'll see what Seren Storm and Sutherland do on this play right here for 1st and 10.
1st and 10. Right at midfield, 24-21, Charleston up on DC by 3. There's the fake handoff up the middle into the pitch to the Storm, and Storm goes nowhere, going to lose 2 yards. Now they're going to be starting the next possession, next play, should we say, at the 48.
I think when Charleston goes back to the drawing board, they may want to get rid of that play. That's the second time I've seen that toss pitch to Storm that came away with negative yardage.
Did I see that right? John DeSantis has 8 tackles already in this game. Here's Lakeman, 5-step drop. Got a one-handed grab by Davius Reeves as he returns to the game. He was down on the ground, shaking and pounding the ground earlier in the first half, and he comes back and make a one-handed grab to your game. This is beautiful.
It is beautiful right here. Nice catch. Not quite Odell Beckham-like, but great enough. And Davius Reeves pulling a Willis Reed, I see.
I'm excited because we haven't saw a signing of him on a return since he went out, and to see him come back in and make that particular type of catch, oh my goodness. Going to Reed again, he gets another reception. One-handed this time as he was on the back of the defender. Give me that.
Oh, a back-to-back play, same type of catch, one-handed, still gets destroyed. That time by Jadubi Doo, the rookie from Albuquerque. But Reed, another first down reception, and man, Charleston wants the momentum back on their side.
Inside of the, not inside, it's inside the 25. Handoff here to Storm. Storm breaks a tackle, crosses the 10, right down to the 6 and 5 yard line. It's Seren Storm, the receiver who turned halfback a few seasons ago.
Now that's the play that worked. It worked for Hoagland earlier in this game and works for Storm this time. He got full steam ahead, able to break that one poorly tackle attempt by Vasquez and carry defenders to a first and goal situation. Great run.
We're seeing some great running from these running backs in this game here, T-Roy. As we talked earlier before the game started off camera about how things are looking in the NFL with their running backs. But guess what? That's not happening here in the SFL. And down goes Lakeman for the first sack of this game by Born Supremacy.
He's born to be wild, too. Oh, man, look at that hate on the guy behind the DWO shirt. They're really hating on a certain company, but we're not going to talk about that. We're just going to talk about this nice little wrap-up tackle by Jason Board. His first sack of the season. He had 6 last season. But, man, these folks are savages up in these stands here in the DMV, Damon.
At the 12-yard line is Charleston. Lakeman to the end zone. That pass is deflected away. 3rd and goal. It was intended for Hannes Odobi. And this crowd is getting louder.
Yes, they are. And great job by DeSantis with the pass deflection. Make it a little more difficult. Can the Dragons hold Charleston to a field goal attempt? That'll be a win for the defense in my view, my opinion, if they can just hold Charleston to a field goal attempt.
3rd and goal here for Charleston. 1:18 left on the game clock in the 3rd quarter. Intercepted in the back of the end zone by Jadobi Doo. Sorry.
Scooby.
Yeah, Scooby.
He's like, and Damon, he's like, look, Shaggy, a Scooby snack. Jadobi Doo gets his first SFL major interception of his career. He had one last season in the minors for the Adams, and he just made his first career interception. Now he just needs to get a pick 6.
And that is that is coming from a corner that's the number 4 cornerback on the depth chart for DC. DC starts here at their own 20-yard line with the interception in the back of the end zone. Handoff here, Kevin Say right up the middle of the field, and Kevin Say gets blockers, and he full head of steam out to the 30-yard line.
Yeah, if there's any of these 2 backs that I want to see go up the middle more, is Kevin Say, even though Stella did have a nice touchdown run on the previous possession. But Say with that speed and Chuck Stella being a great blocking back, that's a nice 1-2 combination going up the gut.
12 carries, 115 yards from the day for Say. 1st and 15 at the 30. 3-step drop is Synergy. Synergy dumps it off to Coco. They're going to give a 4 progression. 4-yard pickup to the 34.
And Lauren's very, very tall. I'm surprised we haven't seen a different route for her run. So far, it's been up the middle. Same thing with Brian Murphy on Charleston's side. So he's the other tight end. But I like to see a different route for Lauren. Allow her to cook after she makes the catch.
Yeah. Here's Synergy. Calls Josh Gill into motion. Pococo on the line of scrimmage to the left of Synergy. I formation of the halfbacks. Looks like Stellar is in here now. They want to give it to Stellar. Coming to the bottom of the field. Stellar is met right at the line of scrimmage by Khalil Thomas.
Yeah, if I was Stellar, I would have followed his fullback, Cooper Allen, instead of going in that direction. But he thought he's going to be able to break that tackle, but couldn't do it.
That's going to end the 3rd quarter. Everybody, you're watching the Simulation Football League presented by APM Music here on the SFL YouTube network.
The Simulation Football League is intended for the private use of our audience. Any rebroadcast, retransmission, or account of the game without the express written consent of the league office is prohibited.
Did it look like a motherboard? Or is it just me?
Hey, it's been a while since I called a pro game. I'm not used to seeing that.
But I tell you what, T-Roy, it is awesome, and I am excited to have you back in the booth with me, man. Dude, you and I started off, season 11, calling games. Well, you started season 11, calling games, and you was very nervous. I told you, just be yourself. Just talk football. You'll be okay. Oh, my goodness. What a shot. I mean, a blitz coming from the secondary of the Charleston Predators. And it's Ryan getting a sack, his first sack of the night. Matt Ryan, that is, on Sabaz Synergy.
You talking about being nervous. I know Synergy was nervous as soon as he saw that black helmet about to pop him in the jaw. A corner blitz, or sorry, a safety blitz that worked out in Charleston's favor. No harm, no foul from that interception, and we'll see if Charleston can extend his lead on this next drive.
Here's the punt by DC. And here's a fair catch. You talked about fair catch early in the game, T-Roy.
Mm-hmm.
There's your fair catch right there.
I mean, we talked about throughout our time together in the booth.
Yeah.
Why save yourself? Why allow yourself to get destroyed on kick returns when you know that you have no opportunity to get any yardage? Just wave your hand in the air, save your body from unnecessary punishment.
Absolutely. Charleston will start here at their own 34-yard line. Here's Lakeman, 5-step drive. Lakeman goes to the progression. He's tackled and brought down himself by Jason Bourne. His second sack tonight. The big fella getting his grub on. The number 2 DT for this DC Dragon defense.
Yeah, and what happened was Finley James just lost his footing. And Jason Bourne was like, oh, I'll take that. I'll go ahead and act like I'm Superman. Fly towards the quarterback and sack him the same way I did in the third quarter.
And Jason Bourne's no little man, 6'4", 320. Imagine that coming at you with a head full of steam. Lakeman drops back again. Lakeman under pressure. Ball incomplete. Hit the back of Xavier Rowe the third. 3rd and 16 here for Charleston.
This should undoubtedly be a pass play coming up. We'll see if Lakeman can extend this drive with a clutch throw down the field with that trips formation to the right.
Here's Lakeman. Lakeman going deep. That pass is incomplete, intended for Warner. I'll take that back. That was Ricky Spider on the intended receiving target, but it was deflected away. Was that one? I mean, John DeSantis?
I believe that was DeSantis, and him plus 2 other DC Dragon defenders. They were ready for that play. They knew that pass was going in that direction. Great job by the Dragons defense. Now we'll see if their offense can get some points here.
T-Roy, I'm not sure if you hear what I'm hearing, but you should. This crowd is getting extremely loud now.
That's what happens to get dome stadiums, Demar.
Absolutely. Here is Harrison, and Harrison right at the 40. They got even louder when he got tackled at the 40-yard line.
I told you they're some savages. They don't care. Even if it's their guy, they don't cheer, even though their guy gets destroyed. I can't talk too much crap, Demar. I have to play in the stadium later on this season.
Oh, man, that is going to be a beautiful game to watch. Trust me, I'll be glued to it. Sabaz Synergy. Kevin Say at the 40-yard line. 3-step drop here, Synergy. Right across the middle to Coco. She has been the security blanket all night long. Right there on those little hitch routes or comeback routes right across the middle of the field. 4-yard pickup for DC.
All right. It's not too late to give up the run. It's not too late to keep running the ball. You got plenty of time. Let's give your running backs the ball here.
I formation, Stellar in now. Handoff here to the backup halfback. He's met right at the line of scrimmage. Thomas has been laying some hits this game.
And they tried to oblige for my request, but unfortunately it didn't work out for them because the defense of the Predators were just that. They were preying on Stella getting that ball, and they destroyed him there.
3rd and 6 with 8 minutes to go in this ball game. Looks like Harrison is going to go in motion to the left of Synergy. Stops right there in the slot off the line. Going to hand off here. Oh, play action. Got the guys in the booth, and that pass is deflected away by Corey Minner. The number 1 cornerback on this team signed in the offseason for $1.6.
And another former headhunter joined the Predators. And you just make a nice play because that would have been a first down. But Minner climbed that ladder, was able to knock the pass away harmlessly to the turf, and now Charleston's getting ready to get this ball back.
Yeah, the defenses are coming alive here in this ball game now. Not allowing the offenses to get much going. Return there by the Spider. And he doesn't go too far.
And we talked about the over-under being 54.5. We're saying that looks like they're just going to be able to break it, but the defense has said, hold my beer.
I know,
Prevent
right?
any more points from happening since that comment.
1st and 10 here for Charleston at their own 21. Five-step drop here by Lakeman. Lakeman under pressure. Pass is almost intercepted by the DC Dragons. And that was Chris Britton III.
They may need to put some stickum on their gloves. That should have been picked off there by the defense. Hopefully that missed opportunity for the Dragons won't come back to haunt them, but here you go, another opportunity for the Predators.
2nd and 10. Strong eye formation, 3-step drop. Lakeman got his receiver right across the middle of the field. It's the tight end, Brian Murphy. Haven't heard from him since the first quarter. Oh, I'm sorry, the first half.
Yep, but same catch as the first catch up the middle where he had to reach up and climb the ladder and make that catch and then get his ribs destroyed shortly after, this time by Josh Vasquez, but didn't prevent that first down from happening. Great job by the Predators. Look at that. Pass in the middle, 208 yards. That's where Lakeman's been living throughout this game.
Yep. Throwing to the 6'5" tight end, Brian Murphy. There's Davius Reed with another reception here in the second half. His 3rd in the second half.
You saw that, Damon, they have not only Reed in the middle, they also have Murphy as well right there. So maybe the defenders was like, oh, should I cover Murphy, who caught the previous play? And I guess they wanted to forget about Reed, and Reed made them pay for it.
Absolutely, yeah. Reed did make him pay for it. I think if he would have went to Murphy, he probably would have got deflected away or intercepted. He would probably have to hold on the ball a little bit longer for Murphy to get open, or he would probably have to put some depth or some air underneath that ball to get it over that defender. Here's Storm. Storm goes nowhere. Tackle right at the line of scrimmage. I guess they're going to give him 4 progress and say he got 1.
A great job by Kano Fortson putting his O-lineman down the turf, which causes Storm to leap prematurely. And again, like I talked about before, you don't want your running back to leap behind the line of scrimmage. Usually bad things happen.
Here is Lakeman. Dumps it off to the fullback, Sutherland. Sutherland makes a man miss, makes another before stepping out of bounds at the 36.
And yeah, now down fullback. I love it when the fullbacks get involved. That was a great check down by Lakeman. He was about to get hit. Threw it to Sutherland, who made a great catch. Made 2 people basically lose their jock straps with those nice little side steps there. Good job by Sutherland.
Yep, and Charleston has something going here. 276 on the day for Lakeman. At the 34. I said 36 earlier. My apologies there. At the 34. In motion is Adobe. Down to the left. Bottom of the field. High formation. 5-step drop here by Lakeman. Lakeman got Adobe. Down the middle. First down. Down to the, looks like the 11-yard line, T-Roy.
Yep.
And Charleston got something going here.
And this is not looking good for DC. If Charleston scores a touchdown here, it could pretty much mean game over. But another pass, basically in the middle, inside the middle. That's where Lakeman's been living throughout this entire game. And it worked out for him this time with Adobe making that great catch.
Yeah, you're absolutely right, partner. It has worked out for Lakeman. 1st and 10 inside the 15. 5-step drop. Lakeman throws a dart to Murphy. Touchdown! Charleston Predators.
Again, another pass to the middle. This time to Murphy. He gets rewarded. He rewards them for their faith in him with another touchdown and potentially just made things a whole lot harder for the Dragons. This could be a 10-point lead after extra point.
Yeah, 5:25 left on the clock. And, man, what a
Look
shot.
at that.
3:10 for Lakeman at the office here today in D.C. Extra point attempt. The kick is up, and it's good right down the middle. It's a 10-point game here. T-Roy Gaines.
Yes, it is, and a very exciting game. But right now, Charleston has the more well-balanced offense. 310 yards passing. Their running backs, Lakeman and Storm, been doing a great job. Sutherland made a great catch to extend the drive. Charleston looking good. I'm kind of surprised there's no penalty there. It looked like a Charleston player ran prematurely before the kick. You saw that?
Yeah.
He had a huge jump.
Harrison decided not to bring it out. Takes the knee inside of the end zone.
That was smart because probably got destroyed by that Charleston player. It looked like he was offside.
Yeah. Split back formation here. Say and Stellar in the backfield. It's fast energy. Handoff here to Kevin Say. Kevin Say, wow, he just bulldozed a guy over for 5 yards.
That's another thing we are talking about, the new era SFL football. That's something we're going to be seeing a lot. You look like the guy was going to get tackled. He was able to roll over the defender and get more yards.
Yeah. As long as the knee doesn't touch the ground or any of your knee or your shin or any part of the leg. Here's Kevin Say down to the bottom of the field. Kevin Say cuts it back inside. Gain of 3. Should have stayed outside, T-Roy, in my opinion.
Should have stayed outside. Hey, that's probably something that guy Incognito had to do. He probably had something to do with that great tackle, forcing him back inside, preventing a long touchdown run from happening.
Man in motion is Josh Gill. Down to the right. Synergy rolls left. Synergy looks down the field. That pass intended for Prococo, incomplete.
Now, it's 4 minutes left in this game. In my opinion, I think DC needs to go for it, but we'll see what they do.
They bring out the punt team instead, T-Roy. And if you ask me, I think they should have went for it as well, but they were inside. Oh, they're going to fake it. Incomplete. They're going to call it payout. There's a pass. I mean, there's a flag on the play here now. Pass interference on the defense, number 47.
What? Oh, that's horrible.
Shield off the receiver. That's something similar to what we saw earlier in the game, T-Roy, where they shield off the receiver on the route. As a defender, you cannot shield a receiver while they're en route. Now, you do have access to the ball, but you have to be going for the ball. You just can't shield off the receiver and knock them off their route like that.
That's something that the coaches are going to have to work for. Otherwise, you're going to keep seeing those pass interference calls. Uh-oh.
Kevin Say down to the bottom of the field. 1 man to beat. Crosses midfield. Steps out of bounds to stop the clock. Khalil Thomas unable to get there in time to make the tackle. Here's a look at the replay.
Yeah, a big play to burn them after a missed opportunity for a pick 6 and a penalty. Kevin Say hurts them. Here we go. So, hey, DC did go for it. They got the first down due to that penalty, and now they're going to see if they can make Charleston pay for their foolishness.
Yeah. Question is, will we see DC throw the ball? We haven't seen them throw the ball much downfield here today. Churchill goes in motion down to the bottom. Right. 5 seconds left on the play clock. Handoff hit to Stellar up the middle. Another run play inside of the 40.
And this is one of the few times where Stellar got the ball from the fullback position and was able to make positive yardage there. Great run by Stellar. But the thing is, time is not on their side. They have to hurry up with less than 4 minutes left in this game.
DC's at Charleston 38-yard line. Kevin Say picks up a few yards.
Great job by the D-line there, Demai. Looked like Say had a chance to do something, but the D-line from Charleston wasn't having it, led by John Lawley there.
Single back F-wing jokers. They give it to Stellar. Stellar breaks a shoestring tackle. hit right at the line of scrimmage by Ryan. Now, if you're DC, do you go for it here? I would say go for it. Run a regular play here. Go for it. You're 3 minutes and 20 seconds on the clock. You got to go for it.
Yeah, they would go for it or attempt a long field goal. Go for it. So the best play, but I would have run it instead of this.
That pass is incomplete. Nice shot on the receiver. It comes from 28. I don't see who that is. Oh, there's John Stamango.
But yeah, that's a head scratcher to me, DeMar.
Yeah,
I would have gave it to Stellar or Say on that 4th and short instead of throw the ball, but now the Dragons defense has to make a big play right now.
And expect Charleston here to try to burn the clock with 3 minutes and 14 seconds left here in the game. Here's Hoagland. And Hoagland picks up 8.
And that was a wise decision by Hoagland, as you see the fans now looking dejected because Hoagland bounced it back inside instead of potentially going outside and potentially stopping the clock by going out of bounds. You want that clock to keep melting and melting and melting away. A smart run by Hoagland in a punishing run.
You're absolutely right there, T-Roy. I mean, that was a great run there by Hoagland. I mean, the clock keeps running. DC is not going to start taking timeouts until after the 2-minute warning. I'm assuming they still have all 3 timeouts here. 4-3 defense. I formation Jokers. Lakeman is in no rush to hike the ball. Picks up the first down. Hoagland. And they still got 28 seconds left on the clock before the 2-minute warning.
Yep, Miles Charleston, I will not run another play as Hoagland's getting closer to what he rushed for last season in this game alone. What a debut by him in the red and black of the Predators.
And you're right, T-Roy. They're probably not going to run the play here until after the 2-minute warning is called.
I don't even know why they even lined up.
And that's the 2-minute warning. You're watching the Simulation Football League presented by APM Music live on the SFL YouTube network. Here is Charleston. I Jokers. Shift for the D lineman. Lakeman calling the signal. Handoff here to Hoagland, and Hoagland is tackled for 4-yard loss.
Here we go. First timeout. A good start right there for the Dragons defense, but they must make this a 3-and-out right now. Heck, if they can force a fumble return for a touchdown, they'll take that as well. But they need to make a big play right now.
Looked like Jason Bourne was on the tackle. Come on, the same formation here. With the handoff here to Hoagland. Hoagland comes down to the bottom of the field. Hoagland's going to be tackled after picking up 2 yards.
One more timeout, an important 3rd down for the Dragons defense. If I was Charleston, do not throw this ball. Force DC to burn that last timeout. Do not throw this ball.
Yeah, you're absolutely right there. And by DC not being able to pick up points on that last possession, could hurt them. Sutherland goes in motion. I think they're going to pass this ball.
Yeah, something tells me they're about to. Nope, they didn't.
They handed off here to Storm. Storm picks up a few yards, maybe 3. And DC calls that final timeout, T-Roy. If I'm DC, I'm not even returning this kick. I'm taking a fair catch. Save as much clock as I can. With the fair
didn't
catch,
they return? Took it to the house for a 6 earlier?
On a kick return, yes. But here on a punt return, I don't think I would want the returner to return this kick. One, I'm trying to preserve clock. And here's Harrison. Harrison stopped, brought down at the 19-yard line. Or does the clock automatic stops?
It stops.
Yes, it does. Okay. Okay.
But if he would have fair catch, like you said, it would have saved them a little bit more time. But at least they're closer to the end zone than what they would have been if they just wait they catch.
1st and 10 here for the DC Dragons at their own 19-yard line. Sebastian Synergy underneath the center in an empty formation. He's going to roll to the left. Synergy, that pass is almost intercepted by the defense of the Charleston Predators. Mark Martin got his hands on it.
But that blitz was what hurried that pass. If Sebastian had a little bit more time, that would have been a completed pass.
31-21, Charleston up by 10. 134. Here comes the motion. Ronnie Shanahan down to the bottom in the slot here. Now you have trips. Synergy rolls to the left again. The rollouts, I think, is what's hurting the DC Dragons because they're this Charleston Predators defense is getting so much pressure when DC rolls out to the left, T-Roy.
Yeah, and because the DC Dragons only has one star defender. I keep saying it over and over again like a broken record, but it's the truth. So their star lineman, is not enough against this star-studded defensive line who's keep getting pressure on the Synergy each and every time they throw the ball.
Is this the same play? Because here's Shanahan
like it now.
in motion.
Rolling out.
There's a rollout to the left again. Comes right back across the field. This is like going to be a PI here. Shanahan comes up with the reception.
It did. Blattner's trying to get another flag on him.
Pretty sure DC is going to cancel this. They do decline. Shanahan played it smart by getting out of bounds to stop the clock with 1:24 left on the ticker.
Well, that's the first time in a while that DC was able to complete a pass downfield. Here we go. Can they get points off this? They need to do it right now.
Like that was a 29-yard pickup for DC on the previous play. Pakoko comes in motion to the right of Synergy. Empty bag formation. He's going to roll to the right. That pass is incomplete. Another flag. Could this be another PI on Charleston? And it is. It's on Stamingo again. That's his second PI of the game, especially here in the second half.
And we don't get to see the replay.
No, you didn't.
Part of me was thinking that was another ticky-tack call.
Empty bag formation. This time, Josh Gill comes into motion to the right. Lines up off the line of scrimmage. Synergy rolls to his right. Looks for the progression. That pass is caught. This time it's Sam Harrison on the reception for the first down. They're going to go no-huddle here. 115 yards on the day for Synergy. Rolling once more. That pass is caught again by Harrison.
Rolling out is working for him so far in this drive.
This time, that pass is caught by Harrison inside the 5. Touchdown. No, they're going to call it short. He's at the goal line.
I hope the booth challenged this. I thought he crossed the plane. We'll see here on this replay. And no.
It looks like no. I don't think he crossed.
No, he didn't.
I mean, the little guy, 6 foot even, 195.
He's been making a huge impact in his first official game in the SFL. A kick return for a touchdown, clutch receptions on this drive alone.
Yep, 3 catches in a row in this drive. Josh Gill goes in motion to the left. Here is Synergy. Calling the signal, steps back. Kevin Say opening the flat. That pass is caught right across the middle of the field. And it's to a wide receiver.
One of the backup wide receivers.
One of the backup wide receivers. 17. He makes that catch for a touchdown. Do you go for 2 and an onside kick, or do you just go for the extra point here to try to get the onside kick to basically to tie it up?
Yeah, it looks like they're going to try to go for the tie here in terms of the game plan that you just mentioned.
Party with the kick. Up and good. 3-point ball game here now. Pretty sure DC is going to go onside kick. As we do see Party in that stands.
Now I have seen Sims where the onside kick works horribly against somebody. Oh, that's not 10 yards.
DC touched it before it hit the 10-yard line. Illegal procedure.
Yep, didn't go 10 yards. So they gonna have to do this again.
Yep.
And they got no timeout. So this is essentially the ball game, folks.
But here's the kicker.
Must go 10.
Yeah. They move backwards 5 yards. It goes 10. Bobbled.
That's the game.
That will be the ball game. I mean, it was bobbled by Lion Trees right here. Look at him.
Mm-hmm.
Just think about if he gets hit and that thing comes loose. There's nobody behind him.
Right.
Look at it. Hits him right in the chest. Oh, man, if he doesn't catch that, man, that's probably a touchdown for DC if they recovered it.
Well, he gets a positive note on the stat line. He helps preserve the Week 1 victory, and what a start to the season for the Predators. Their offense has basically been the most well-balanced between the two.
Yeah, they have. I think the rollouts hurt DC. They just called too much of the rollout plays. I'm pretty sure they have other plays where they're doing, regular 3 and 5 step drops, but the rollouts really hurt them because Charleston was bringing a lot of pressure. And T-Roy, you mentioned it all throughout the ball game. DC only has 1 offensive lineman, and when you have only 1 offensive lineman, and that can really pick up, that blitzing packages that Charleston was bringing, it's really going to hurt your passing game, especially on those rollouts, man. They're not sliding over quick enough and getting there.
Yep, that's the difference between having a star-studded O-line and just 1 O-lineman. Eventually, the generic O-lineman is going to be worn out by the star D lineman that they're taking on or that they're facing in the game.
Yeah, and that's going to do it. That's the ball game. There's the whistle by umpire 11. The coaches meet right at the midfield line. Hey, congratulations. Look at the players dabbing it up. Good game. Glad you made it out healthy, Davies Reed. Come back in the ball game with 3 nice big catches to help Charleston get back into the ball game, T-Roy. If we're going to talk about, statistically, look at it. Charleston, 408 total yards. DC with 372. 298 passing yards. T-Roy. What a nice day at the office for Lakeland, right?
Yeah, but also look at this. You're about to see it in a couple seconds. I hate to be the quarterback that only throws no interceptions and still lost the game. And as we talked about earlier, that's just the D-line of the Predators be able to apply pressure. And heck, even the secondary and the linebackers apply pressure to a teams who O-line only has 1 star player, and that was the difference in this game. It didn't matter that Lakeman threw interceptions. The D of Charleston had his back.
Yeah, you're absolutely right about that. Jason Bourne with 2 sacks on the day, and we're looking at the stats line here as producer extraordinaire Cameron Irvine goes through the stats.
Look at them tackles for loss for DC there.
Yeah, wow. Let's talk about player of the game. Who is your player of the game, T-Roy?
Part of me wants to give it to the running back, but I want to give a shout out to John Lakeman. He had a great game, over 300 yards passing. He did through 2 picks, but he led his team down the field, kept them ahead of DC throughout the game.
You're absolutely correct. I think that's the excellent choice to go with. I'm going to go with Lakeman as well as my player of the game, throwing over almost 300 yards there. Although he did throw the 2 picks, but he had some great passes, putting his receivers in great position. But I got to talk about the man, Brian Murphy. This is going to be a guy that every team is going to have the game plan for right across the middle of the field. You talked about it earlier in the game broadcast, should we say. he was basically money right across the middle of the field. Lakeman to Murphy is probably going to be a new hashtag.
Yeah, but there's a new quarterback tight end duo. Lakeman, Murphy, continue where he left off. He was averaging a first down per catch, and that's what happened in this game.
Absolutely. Well, everyone, that's going to do it here in DC. The Charleston Predators come out victorious with a 3-point victory, 31-28 over the Dragons. Heading into week 2, it's going to be really exciting. Hey, everybody, I was your play-by-play commentator tonight, Damon Simeon, and alongside me here in the booth is my main man, T-Roy Gaines. T-Roy, you got anything to say to the people?
Hey, with this game, we are at the convention right now as we speak. I hope everybody's having a great time. And I hope everybody's enjoying week 1 action and in the convention. If you're not at the convention, I hope you're having a good weekend. We'll see you for week 2 action.
Absolutely. See you when we see you. Peace. Cameron Irvine. Take us out.